9:12 Planning Commission meeting. We're going to start off with an invocation by Commissioner McCarron and a flag salute by Commissioner Smystrop.
Y'all stand and join me. Lord, thank you for this wonderful day that you've gifted to us. Thank you for all of the gifts that you bring to us all of the time. May you bless us as we go forward in our deliberations tonight and in the future. And may you always look over us that we make the right decisions. Please bless each and every one of those who go in harm's way for us so that we can enjoy the liberties that we have here in our country. In his holy name we pray. Amen.
Face the flag, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have a roll call, please.
Here. Michael McCarron.
Here.
Larry Taylor.
Here.
Bob Doggett.
Here.
And Terry Weaver.
Here. Item number 1 is the approval of the minutes of the March 12, 2012 meeting.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussions? Roll call, please.
Bob Doggett.
Yes.
Terry Weaver.
Yes.
Larry Taylor.
Yes.
Michael McCarron.
Yes.
Ellen Smystrop. Yes.
Item number 3 is visitors. If there's any visitors here that would like to discuss any non-agenda item.
Maybe item number 2, not number 3.
Did I say 3? I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm looking forward to talking to John. Maybe item number 2. Thank you, sir. Item number 3, considered an application for 3N development for a final plat of Stone Mill Phase 4. Actually, I'd rather talk to Lindsay, but since John's here, I guess we'll have to talk to him. Business address, please.
901 Stone Creek Boulevard, Yukon.
I have last month, we had some questions from a Mr. and Mrs. No, their last name is Strange, it seems like. Yeah, Ron and Joy Stanley. Ron and Joy Stanley. They had some issues. They live at 608 Stone Mill Boulevard, and they had some questions about some drainage they were having. I guess when they started developing, I guess west of them, and it was coming down into. I'm not exactly sure where it was, where the water was running, but it was. I went by there, and it looked like. I would assume it was probably in their driveway, maybe into their garage or something.
They live in Phase 2, which is on the boulevard.
Right.
And what they were saying was the water that's coming off their driveway going west to the house to the west of them.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's puddling there, and then it's going to the boulevard. And I'm not saying there's not any water from the next house getting on their driveway, but a lot of that water is their water, and the city engineer addressed that about 3 years ago. But as far as drainage goes, their backyard's going to drain into Phase 4,
Okay.
which I'll have to take care of. So.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what they were really kind of concerned with was Phase 4
No,
coming along. They were
yeah, they're higher than Phase 4.
Okay. All right. And when I was on the staff reports, it talks about there's a couple of items, and I'm going to be looking at items number, I think it's 8 and 9. Of course, with my numbering I'm doing today, I could be wrong. 8 and 9. Now, was the legal description taken care of this year? Because, I mean, I was looking at the legal description. It has Yukon on there.
Yes, I believe it has been taken care of.
And I guess I need number 9 explained to me as far as the curve on the final plat.
Our planner probably would need to explain that to you because those are actually her comments on her review.
On the original version that I received, the curves that are called out on the plat itself did not match the table. There is a difference in the numbering, and that has been taken care of.
Has been taken care of. Okay.
Yes.
All right. I think that's all the questions I had, guys.
I'd like to get back to couple that was here, though, is there any remedy for them that you've discussed with them, or what do you anticipate happening there, or is it all on them, or?
That's all on them.
Because I had some concerns about all of the water that's gonna be coming down through the,
Well, you may want his design engineer to go ahead and talk to you and tell you her design, again, if you'd like. She's here tonight with Craft and Tall.
okay,
Yeah, and
Yeah.
again, Phase 4 is lower than Stone Mill Boulevard. So all those neighbors that live adjoining Phase 4 are above Phase 4. So their water's coming down to Phase 4.
well,
And-
that was, my concern in phase 4, though, is all of the, when we put all of those houses in there, all of the adjacent lakes, moving on up into the common area where there's also a stream, as she described it the last time she was here, that's almost a 20-foot drop, as we discussed, I think, the last time around. And I was concerned, because it seems like every time, we get into a pretty good-sized housing addition like that, water is an issue.
I'll let Lindsay stand up here in just a second, but yeah, we designed those ponds for 100-year flood. So they originally designed just one pond, and we put 2 in, so we've got more than adequate area to handle the water. But Lindsay, you want to?
When we designed the ponds, we designed for a full build-out of the development, and it more than adequately handles the 100-year flood. And also, after last month's meeting, I went out and met with them, and we looked at their backyard and everything, and their big concern was that we would be building up in the back and causing more problems for them, which is not the case. Our design, the next phase falls the opposite direction into the ponds, and this will actually help some of their drainage problems in their backyard.
Okay, in their driveway, what is the problem? Is it just so flat the water just sits there? Or I was trying to really because I went and I looked at the property.
The driveway faces the west, the garage doors face the west,
Yes.
and the driveway slopes from their garage doors to the west. Side entry garage, the garage doors face the west, and then their driveway goes north.
Well, if that lot that's adjacent to them gets developed, will that still cause them a problem? Or?
No, it's developed all around them. It's the back is where we're developing.
Okay.
We're not developing beside them, we're developing behind them.
Well, I mean, it's an empty lot next to them, and
Yes, sir, behind
what concerned me. Would we start running into the same kind of thing over here
No, everything goes down to the ponds.
on phase 4?
And from their property as well, it all goes down. You might add some more.
Yes, everything drains to the ponds, and all of our plans have been reviewed and approved by the city engineer on this.
The one other just minor issue I've got is who's going to be responsible for the maintenance of the creek itself?
That's within the common area, so it will be the homeowners association.
So the HOA will be required then, if it becomes an issue where it gets all grown up with trees and other things like that,
Yes.
the homeowners will be responsible. Is that?
That is correct. If I remember right, John's got a maintenance program anyway currently for those detention areas, for the maintenance and upkeep.
Yeah, we've been maintaining them also. It's A+ maintained. And we've got homeowner association coming in on phase 4 as well. So it's very well maintained.
Okay. Well, I'm not really concerned for right now. While you're still building, and I'm concerned 10 years.
Yeah, we got a
downstream.
homeowners, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm just concerned 10 years downstream. That's that's when all of the enthusiasm kind of wanes.
We've got a homeowner association in place. That will be in place to take care of the common areas.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
You have any other questions?
John, why a separate gated community down there, and a different community, if you will? Is it I just wondered why it just didn't continue to be Stone Mill.
You know, I've got, it is Phase 4 Stone Mill, but it's going to be called the Water's Edge. Anyway, I got the Enclave also, a gated garden home area as you come
Yes.
in.
Uh-huh.
And I just think there's a desire for some of that, so.
Is there?
There's a lot of it in Oklahoma City, Norman, Edmond, a lot of those type of neighborhoods, and I just thought that I'd like to try that with my property and make something unique. in
So
Yukon.
the residents will have some type of a gate key or something that'll open them up?
They'll have like a garage door controller, opener, or they'll have a code as well, so.
And how many houses are gonna be in this, or?
55.
55?
Mhm.
Okay. Some of the lots will be a little smaller than, because of the way the property lays out. We discussed that last time, correct?
Yeah, that's true with any subdivision, depending on the area you're at and how the streets lay in. Some are larger, some are smaller. And it's a good mix too. I like to have a good mix of different sized lots.
Are you going to control who builds and so forth, like you've done in the past? And they'll have to submit designs to you?
I think I'm gonna be, in fact, I wanna be the only builder in there,
You will be the only builder? Okay.
unless I wake up in a different mindset. But yes, I will very much so, control the nature and the quality of what goes on in there.
Yeah, I know you will.
Any other?
Just one other thing, is the city okay with all of the additional comments and corrections, 1 through 11, and there's no issues left there yet for us?
That's the planner's comments. You might want to talk to her. That's actually her comments. I believe that she's okay with most of the corrections and the comments.
Everything is okay with you,
Yes.
Cindy, at this point?
So we can strike conditions 1 and 2 from
Yes.
the motion, okay? Well, if there's not any other questions, I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, in the case of the application for a final plat submitted by 3N Development Limited Liability Corporation, we've read the staff report and received testimony at a public hearing. We find ourselves in agreement with staff findings, including all plans and attachments cited in the staff report. I move that this item be approved with items 3 through 11 attached.
Okay, I got a motion. I've got a second. Any additional discussions? Roll call, please. Mike?
Terry Beaver,
Yes.
Ernest Masterman,
Yes.
Bob Doggett,
Yes.
Larry Taylor,
Yes.
Michael McCarron.
Yes,
Thanks, Lindsay and John.
thanks.
I appreciate your time and the opportunity to work in Yukon. Thank you.
Thanks, John.
Item number 4 is new business.
Well, we don't have, I have one item. Robert Davis, Robert, would you stand up and come up to the podium here so people can see you out in Yukon? I will be
Mr.
leaving the
Chairman?
planning.
Mr. Chairman, are we under new business or open discussion?
New
We're
business.
in new business.
Okay, we cannot
do
do
it
that.
this.
Can we in new business, or can we do that in?
Open discussion.
I think you can, but it's probably better to do it under open discussion.
Okay. Robert, we'll wait a second then.
Okay, is there any new business? All right, seeing none, item number 5, open discussion.
Open discussion. Mr. Davis, would you come up? They do work at being very proper about things.
That's good.
I'd like to introduce to, I think I've had Mr. Davis meet everyone, but I'd like for the city of Yukon to take a look at Mr. Davis. He will be replacing me as I move on to the city council, and certainly I want everybody here to give him a warm welcome, and thank you for being willing to step forward. Thank you, guys. Glad you're here, Rob.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any additional discussions? Council? Cindy? Seeing none? All right. Item number 6 is adjourned. Next meeting is May 14th, 2012.